Because I think they lack emotional intelligence, which is a very big differentiator. They only perform based on data that is fed to them.
Like the cycle from, oh, I'm great, and then like the whole self-doubting, the series of change that happens in a woman's mind on a daily basis. No way. I think like robots would shut down in a day.
We are automatically tuned to bringing in balanced and sustainable changes. So can robots really do that?
Come with a lot of other abilities, not only when it comes to getting things done, but the right emotional quotient, the empathy by which they drive things.
But I think these qualities that women inherently possess, that is, softness and empathy, that can't be replaced by robots.
Create efficiency, and women are already super efficient. Robots wouldn't need to be there because we'd already be creating an efficient system.
When it comes to leadership, governing, when it comes to anything that has to do with people or people's skill, that is something that women do without even putting a lot of efforts into it. That is just something that comes with our chromosomes.
But there are many different communities and many different voices that need to be heard, and regardless of what position you're in, it is important to make everyone around you feel inclusive.
I think your leadership position gives you the power to now make decisions in a manner that have positive social impact.
Inclusivity is very important. Inclusion is important, and education is the way it can it can kind of bridge the gap. Not just basic education, but even, let's say today we are talking about crypto, Web3, then if we want more women to be a part of it, or anyone to be a part of it, you have to educate them. You have to make it accessible, less intimidating for them to be a part of.
As a female founder, I feel that all those responsibilities, all those struggles that people before us have seen are somewhere or the other, consciously or unconsciously, in your mind. So you don't just have the onus of a company, you also have the onus of the entire gender at large.
I think people in leadership have a very important role to play in inclusion and making sure there's equitable distribution of access.
A lot of change has happened for the good. And ultimately, I think we should see work from work perspective and irrespective of any other lens.
We need to start addressing the what can I do factor and creating conscious allyship programs. Without allies actively participating in these programs, I think we will be pushed further and further away from our mission of attaining gender parity.
But lately, the narrative around successful women and successful women who've become mothers has largely been that, she's so successful, she became a mother and she got back to work a month later. Why are we measuring women by how quickly they get back to work as soon as they achieve motherhood?
Try to lay out very basic parameters which don't even really hold good, but there's also a lot more to it. Because your work life, your career is a part of your overall life and well-being.
Women are not as effective because they're not as aggressive. So I would say maybe aggression is an index that's used against women. I think sometimes size is also an index used against women, and it doesn't have to be a specific gender, it doesn't have to be a specific size or even a skin color.
What women bring with them is the same culture of openness and transparency that is attached to, which is one of the, which are the 2 out of 3 main tenets of cryptocurrency and emerging tech. And
concept of decentralization on the back end of cryptocurrencies and Web3, it really furthers the narrative of equality, and decentralization and equality sort of do go hand in hand.
Whether she will be agile enough to acclimatize in the startup environment, whether so that acceptance was never on day one. I had to prove myself to be where I am today, and I feel the same thing is for crypto as well.
Cryptocurrency and women leaders, they are echoing disruption. And while cryptocurrency is disrupting, traditional financial systems and providing decentralized and more accessible alternatives, I think women leaders are challenging the traditional styles of management and are directly responsible for creating more equitable and sustainable ecosystems.